Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to the videos. This is a paid request from Connor. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And he wanted me to do a commentary for the 2014 film Deliver Us from Evil, which I am a fan of this movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, to be honest, but yeah, I do remember enjoying the film. And yeah, let's jump right into it. I'm not going to be showing footage because of copyright, YouTube, they don't like that. But if you want to follow along, check the movie out. Or if you have your DVD or Blu-ray, follow along. And 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Actually, it did not start, so bear with me. I pressed play, but it didn't start, so 1 second. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. There we go. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5. We're at the Sony. And then the next one is as Sony fades away while she's pushing in. And revealing the other one, which is Strange Gems. There we go. And we have the Bruckheimer production, because yes, Jerry Bruckheimer did produce this, which I'm a fan of. Like a lot of the films, used to be him and Don Simpson. But Top Gun, Enemy of the State, The Rock, Bad Boys 2, among other films, Beverly Hills Cop. Of course, Don Simpson's long passed away, so you have Jerry Bruckheimer by himself. Based on the events of Sarchie, a cop, is going to be very, very loosely based. Like everything based on a true story is always very loosely based. And as we're in the Iraq area in 2010 here for our opening, I should mention this is directed by Scott Derrickson. Scott Derrickson directed Sinister. I've liked a couple of the guy's films. I liked Doctor Strange, which I think he did after this. The first Doctor Strange. And I liked The Black Phone. Thought that was actually pretty decent. He even did a segment in this anthology called VHS 85, and he did the last story of it called Dreamkill. And I liked that as well. That was actually a pretty good segment, in my opinion, so I'm not a fan of Sinister, but there's been a lot of his work that I don't mind. I think he first started, he did Hellraiser 5, Inferno. Now, this is another film about possession, which there were countless movies being made. To this day, countless movies being made. I mean, you had Exorcist Believer, you had Insidious 5, or whatever the hell, The Red Door, the Red Door one. So it's still countless ones being made. I mean, recently there was one about a haunted swimming pool. Granted, it's not possession, but so maybe not the same thing. And I mean, throughout the years, ever since The Exorcist, you've had The Exorcist ripoffs, like, was it Beyond the Door? And you had kind of this, not, it was, but it wasn't, called The Boogeyman. Exorcism of Emily Rose, which I did not mind. And The Devil Inside, The Last Exorcism, which got a sequel, just countless stuff, and you're kind of like, God, another possession movie. But to be fair, I did like The Pope's Exorcist with Russell Crowe that came out last year. This one I really enjoyed because what it did was it combined the cop story with the supernatural, which I'm a sucker for that ever since seeing in films like The First Power with Lou Diamond Phillips, End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger, or other films that have merged those two. I always thought that was kind of an interesting way to open it, where there's not a lot of possession movies that open up in the Iraq war with soldiers coming under attack. And they saw the spiders, they saw the bat, they enter something. Later on, we find out what that's about. In other words, one of those soldiers became possessed. But yeah, it's just a different way of opening up a possession movie. And then we have Eric Bana, good actor, as this takes place in the Bronx. Hell of a thing, finding a baby wrapped up in a towel. Yeah, pretty sure it's dead. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm watching, going, okay, these are pretty decent angles. I even like the shaking near the show. This guy's mindset is in turmoil with the disgust of evil in the world. And then you have these two partners, Eric Bana and Joel McHale. And again, the fact takes place in the Bronx. The fact takes place in the point of view of two police officers. That already gives such a unique take. A new take on the whole possession thing. So it makes it feel more refreshing. I thought these two worked well together. I read up that apparently Mark Wahlberg was up for this role. Thank God he did not get it. Eric Bana, I did a great job in this. It seemed like he was from the Bronx. I don't mind him as an actor. I liked him in the 2003 Hulk film. He was pretty decent in Black Hawk Down. This is probably my favorite role of his. Like I said, I bought him as this police officer from the Bronx. And Joel McHale, this is a guy I'm mainly known for TV or comedy. Talk Soup. He was a host for that for many years. I think later on he was starring that TV show Community, which I didn't watch much of. Although I heard Chevy Chase was a dick on that show. But yeah, Eric Bana and Joel McHale had good chemistry with each other. And then again, I'll keep repeating myself. When you have so many movies in a certain genre, you have, in my opinion, do stuff that really sets you apart from the other films. And all these little things that you do differently will make it seem more unique. So, going from the angle of a detective and these cops and an area like the Bronx. It's not the middle of nowhere. It's not, some... It's not just a rip off The Exorcist or anything of the sort. They say it reminds me of films like The First Power, Lou Diamond Phillips, among other movies, which is a good thing because I love that movie. Oh yeah, she looks really fine to me. Yeah, her face got wrecked. There you go. Ooh, nice. Here we do Joel McHale, what he can do with a knife, which will be showcased later. I said, how many possession films in the first 10 minutes has almost a knife fight and then a foot chase? I mean, it is more like a cop thriller. Like End of Watch or Training Day or those type of cop thrillers. But a bit of, you don't have this horror element to it. And of course have it be rainy like the movie Seven among many other movies. as his jerk off. Ooh, nice throw right to the ankles. Get the fuck down. Oh, he can't do that now. Police brutality. It'd be police brutality. Okay. Yeah, knock the fuck out. With like 3 punches to the face. Yeah, maybe what the hell's up with that guy's fingernails? Jesus. Jane 2011. There you go. In 2014, I remember just thinking it was such a bad year for movies because I remember my friend Mike, OCB Communications, and I doing like a podcast of what was coming out. And it's like, oh my god, we got this Robocop remake that's going to be PG-13, and why does it look like a Power Ranger beats Batman beats whatever? Oh my god, Michael Bay is producing a Ninja Turtles movie where they look like steroid abusing, bulky, fat, ugly, did some chapstick on the motherfuckers. Ugly faces of sin called gluttony or sloth, as it looks like Sloth from the Goonies. Just travesty. Those 2 films alone among other stuff, but you had nice gems like this that came out. This is 6.2 on IMDb. Here's is it Édgar Ramírez, I believe is his name? Which, I thought was kind of cool to have this guy who he's very much into religion, in a way a priest, but at the same time he likes to drink, he likes to go out, he likes the girls, so it's sort of a different take on it. Just like the Pope says, I love Russell Crowe's performance. He really makes that film for me. Now they're going to the Bronx Zoo. What's up, Owl? Owls are cool. I know. But I mean it. Owls are cool. And I think, what the hell are all these damn things running around for? So a lady tossed her kid into this thing. The kid thankfully survived, is at the hospital, and as soon as she did that, the whole zoo lost power. Bit of infrared there. Yeah, that tiger ain't having shit. He's like, leave me the hell alone. I'll eat you from the inside out. You don't be the soup. He ain't gonna be talking anymore. If you're wondering, I'm typing about list of possession films. See if I can find a list. Or even about exorcisms. Also appreciate that some of these animals they're using are real and practical. Some, to be fair. Oh yeah, you did have that movie called The Possession. I mean, hell, there's a. It's not really about possession, but there's a movie I'll review soon called The Apparition. Like I said, if not possession, like ghost story, but a lot of stuff that just feels really routine or. And, I don't think it needed the jump scares. But it does lead to this scene here, wondering what the hell's going on. She's dead into the what now? At least they arrest her. At least she didn't get away. Oh, she's throwing the doors. There you go. Oh yeah, there's a heavy doors assortment of references throughout this, which I thought was better used here than Rambo 5. Well, all of a sudden there's the doors, which was I kept getting confused with the Rolling Stones, but there's the doors. Uh, May want to hurry. I think that guy. I think his name is Sean Harris. I think that's the guy who's the villain in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, and I think he was seen in Fallout as well. I believe that was him. But I know he's in Rogue Nation, and I think a bit in Fallout. And yeah, I appreciate they use a real lion here. Because, you could tell if it was CG. Like, that might be when it went to the scene, but it was very brief. Does he not see anything? Is there nothing there? There's nothing there, right? Well, he's freaked out. What the hell? You don't lock the door on him? Come on. I mean, if you shoot in the air, won't they like run off? Why did you close the door in the first place? Well, there you go. Dude, not many of these type of movies don't use lions to try to tap people. It's like the Romans back in the day. Feed them to the lions. That'd be a hell of a distraction. They get away using lions. I didn't like that scene. That I appreciate that it's not just, it wasn't a ton of. It's like the Poltergeist remake where they use like a CGI squirrel. Just weren't they like in? They went to the attic or something or basement. The attic. There's like CGI squirrel going all crazy attacking. It's like, come on, a crazed CGI squirrel. If people don't like this film, fine. Maybe you just say, well, it's just because you've seen so many worse films that this would look. I still really do like the movie. Now, I wouldn't say it's scary, but I don't really find much of the. The only one probably closest to being creepy for me was The Exorcist 3. Because I don't even like the first Exorcist. I know that's blasphemy. I never liked the first Exorcist. I do appreciate people liking it and respect what it did, technical wise, back in the day. just never. I always thought it was just boring. Never gave a crap. Part 2 is ridiculous. Part 3 is my favorite of that. This is a Jesuit priest, as he puts it. I'm working undercover like you. You know, good impression of Alka Seltzer. Yeah, I do think she's single and probably drank a couple doubles while eating a triple. And then you take a quadruple bottle of pills. Coincidental inclination, this guy and his use of knives, which will be later on, there'll be a knife fight. Nice choice to have an Alice in Chains shirt, too. That's a cool choice. I like Alice in Chains, and Joel McHale's wearing it. I think that's Olivia Munn, who's on the Attack of the Show on G4. She was in that film The Predator. Well, I have a feeling I wonder one day someone's going to request that commentary for The Predator. Said the same things that the witness said. Like I said, Joel McHale was such an interesting choice. Because he doesn't really get to do many parts like this. And the only thing I don't like is that he gets killed at the end. But apparently there was an alternate ending where he did live. And that the last scene is actually Joel McHale recovering from his wounds, being there. But then they used the other ending. Maybe they thought Joel McHale living through those wounds would be too unrealistic, but I mean, I don't know. 50 Cent got shot how many times and he lived? I mean, people survive weird things, but I can understand it. But hell, I mean, Ken Foray survived a chainsaw to the head and Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. So, if that's possible, anything's possible. My son, Mario Lopez. Put your cigarette out. Let's see, Eric Bana, I mean, very good actor. I can't remember the last time I saw him in something now that I think about it. Kind of curious as to what he's been in lately. Well, we're all whack jobs, ain't we? Well, you're right, we don't believe. Fine, show me. You ever change a light bulb around here? Like, being so judgmental already. So he's in a film called The Dry, a mystery drama thriller. Hmm. Federal agent returns to his hometown in Victoria, which is in Australia, to attend the funeral of his childhood friend who has allegedly killed his wife and their son before taking his own life. Only an infant daughter was spared. The guy's parents asked him to stay and investigate the crime, and he reluctantly agrees. I guess there's a sequel as well. Fucking cats. It's like, leave the fuck alone. Oh yeah, he voiced Monterey Jack in that Rescue Rangers animated film. That I wish got a physical release. He was in Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg. He was in... Did I review Deadfall? I might have reviewed Deadfall. Yeah, I think I reviewed that one. Yeah, Tree Williams was in it. Chris Christopherson was in it. Yeah, Tree Williams was a cop. Chris Christopherson was the dad of Charlie Hunnam's character. Okay, yeah. I did review that. I didn't mind that. Eric Bana was pretty much the bad guy in that. He was a support role in Teen Arthur. A drama called Blueback. So, I mean, he's done a couple films since then, but not like a whole lot. I guess he was in one of the Teen Arthur films, but a supporting role. I did see this film didn't really do the greatest in terms of box office. I mean, I think it cost maybe 30 million at most. I think it made 80 million worldwide, but at the same time, I don't know if it made that much in the US. And now, of course, what does marketing, promotion, how does that take into place? How much do theaters split with the film company? Like that little fuck you. It feels a little natural rapport with each other. But as I say, I don't go into films like this thinking I'm going to be scared. Yeah, if I don't like the film, I'll mention that too. Which I know is unfair because I do say that for most movies, but just... I just want to have different levels of interest. Like in this, I liked Eric Bana. I liked his Bronx type of acting. I liked his kind of natural delivery of his lines, of these cops investigating this kind of mystery of this weirdness, finding a baby dead, then oh, here's this weird woman at a zoo, and then she says some stuff, and then the stuff leads to here where they heard the same things, and there's a link between the two. And the lighting, I think the lighting is pretty good in this movie. I think Scott Derrickson knows how to handle those type of aspects. And I thought that was kind of a decent thing where he thinks he sees a snake. It's not a CGI snake. And then the light, and then it's one of those, like a wire. And like, what the hell is this? A dead body? Like, where did this come from? What the hell is going on with here? So that's probably how they were hearing the words. This guy was saying it in the same And I was like, what the hell's wrong with his stomach? The flies are definitely CGI. Guess I think it's supposed to be like some type of gas buildup or something that kind of made his stomach explode. I mean, I wouldn't say it looked fantastic, to be fair, but kind of an interesting idea. I'll give you that. They wore a hood that was part of a jacket. Just kind of like what the guy at the zoo wore. And like I said, I think this mystery is interesting enough to keep me curious as to what is going on here. Like, okay, like what's the connection between all these folks? It gives off a little bit of a Seven vibe with the rainy streets, the low lighting, cinematography, trying to limit itself in terms of CGI, which I appreciate. Damn roaches. It's like Texas, all the roaches. Damn Texas. Damn Texas. Alphonse's painting. There you go. Well, there you go. There's the connection. Kind of convenient that the white beater they brought into jail just happens to be the guy they know about. That's a bit convenient. Because didn't they then get a call to then go to the zoo? But they did show that his fingernails were all messed up, just like the lady was digging into it. But it's a little bit convenient that the first guy they arrest is this, this guy. Yeah, make sure your radio's off. Let's pick up some stuff. I say it's been a while since I've seen this movie. But I mean, what can I say? It's, oh shit, so many movies, so little time. Damn. Calm down, Fido. Not many dogs they got a cross around their collar. Cross with hooves for legs. Different type of cross. Jesus. That's what I mean. How many movies do you turn the flashlight and there's a damn cat, chest opened up, crucified? Jesus. good makeup effect too. I'm a big fan of cats, so it's like, ugh. But that's a good makeup effect. Jesus. So she's been pregnant for, found out she was pregnant for a week and finally told him. Like I said, I know this is a very, very loosely based on the cop, Ray Sarchie. Of course, with a lot of these movies, anytime there's based on a true story, it's like, okay, if they made the actual true story, the concept would be, how interesting would the real story actually be? Like maybe for an episode of a show or whatever case, but for a full film, it's like, do you do that? But then you could very likely leave people disappointed. There's not much going to be bigger than life in terms of ideas or the grotesque or whatever the case may be. Damn. All the fishes are little assholes. Damn, all those fish are little assholes. Of course, the question is, why would that be acting, reacting at his home? Like, what are the rules of this whole thing? I don't know. Because she's fucking crazy and she's a loony bin where she belongs. That's seems like a natural response. Because she's fucking crazy, she's a loony bin where she belongs. Now shut the fuck up. You fucking crazy guy. Blame invisible fairies. I think it's weird to blame invisible fairies for the bad you people do. You certainly get the idea this is a guy that has lost his faith just because of the bad stuff he's seen. They don't have to hammer it home 85 times. Just, we all know how it is. Even if you don't live in the city, the way things just are in the city, just look at the news. And then the idea, him seeing the baby dead, all the stuff going on, and this investigation. Already you can understand why his faith would be lacking. Hmm. Well, they, hmm. So pretty much now they're just watching this footage and where Sean Harris's character just staring at this woman. So now you have a terror that can sort of force people to do heinous acts. The one guy drank a bunch of paint here, throw their kid. That's a bit of a creepy image. The mom throwing the kid. I like that immediately there's a bunch of people trying to grab her. Because that would, or at least should be what happens. The guy goes back to painting. I hear it. There's something to it. Maybe he's a receiver like Kevin Bacon. Like Kevin Bacon's Stir of Echoes. I like that. You're fucking with me, I could tell. I don't know why, I just see like just a natural response that someone would have. Like something I would say. You're fucking with me, yeah, yeah. Damn lions. I like Joel McHale's reaction to bullshit. Is he fucking talking to the lion? I mean, what would you say? A bit weird to me too. We did a jump steer. Yeah, that's one negative I'll say. The jump scares. Yeah, they're cheap jump scares. Especially I like the film. I call it. It's cheap jump scares. Don't think they're needed. You know, when he's looking at the screen, the lady pops her head up here with the getting closer. Dee! Yeah. I don't blame her bottom for that. I mean, the way she was talking, it's like I probably would have said the same thing. See, I thought Eric Bana played this very well, where the kid is yelling and she's being annoying, and all he says, "Hey, will you just shut up?" Which is what a lot of us would say. And then the wife is trying to understand. He tells the truth. He doesn't hide it. How many movies hide it for like 5 years, but he tells the truth. Then she's like, "You want to talk about it?" Then he's like, "Yeah, well, I deal with it. I don't want to bring it home." And then she's, being stern, but she's trying to be understanding. Playing with his hair. Like, this feels like something that should happen. It's not he's hiding and he's not going to tell her. Or you're sitting as an audience, just tell her what's going on. Or, oh, she's going to act like a bitch and be completely not understandable to his plight. He didn't go over the top and say, "You little shit, you little motherfucker," giving her middle fingers or Diaz crotch shots or something. So I thought they played that scene fairly well for what needed to happen during it. So I did. With the amount of movies I watch, these little things go a long way for me. And my taste in movies. Again, that's just my taste. Again, just my taste in movies. Sorry, I was in the middle of talking. I forgot where the hell he's at now. He's at, well, you see the paint there. Oh, the lady got beat up. This lady got the crap kicked out of her. So that's the stuff he was scratching while his fingernails all messed up. Combat videographer, okay. So, we're going to get a little bit of sort of a found footage thing here. At least look at the footage. Just kind of going back to us seeing footage in Sinister, and even later on in films like Dreamkill. But yeah, Scott Derrickson, I respect as a director. For him to say no and piss on you to Disney because he was going to do Doctor Strange 2. He didn't like the direction they were going in. And I mean, he said it in a nice way, but he pretty much said, "Piss on you, Disney. I want to make The Black Phone," which was a better movie than Doctor Strange 2. Because Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness, came out with Sam Raimi. And in my opinion, was an awful movie. They made Doctor Strange to a cuck. Like most male heroes and male superheroes been made to a cuck. Okay, it's a multiverse where you have a Charles Xavier, Patrick Stewart, you got Mr. Fantastic. They're all made to look like dumbasses and losers. Here's Mr. Fantastic, the smartest hero, who's going to purposely tell the villain the one way to kill this guy. I'm going to tell you the one way you can kill this guy. So maybe she used the one way to kill that guy. and turns Mr. Fantastic to spaghetti. And Charles Xavier mind net breaks him. What the hell? Breaks his neck with her mind, or whatever the hell. I'm like, what? What a great use of Charles Xavier. Either he's old, defeated, out of his mind, and Lodian, or he gets his neck broken in a multiverse version of him and Doctor Strange 2. I'm going off tangent. Those are Martins again. Let there be light. Who's turning out the lights? He's going after the lights. Tick-tock on the clock. What you doing? Oh, shit. Damn. I like that there wasn't a loud sting. The guy just jumped on him like, oh shit, there you go. Damn, he jumped right out the window. So much for taking the stairs. Not a bad stunt either. The go, just jump out the window. Of course, landed fine and ran away. Like Jeff Coburn, the first Power. Here's footage of the beginning of the movie. Kind of surprised they didn't wipe this footage, the bad guys. Don't worry, man. It's just Batman. You're in his cave. Damn. That guy must have seen the Flash. Look how dazed and confused he is. That's okay. I felt the same way when I saw the Flash. That look was like, this is what they did to Michael Keaton? I'm like, yeah, I know. I know the feeling. The words. There you go. The same. The same. The exact same. Found it there as well. Probably at the zoo too. Don't call me. There's a damn phone ringing and you don't answer the calls. Alright, they're going to see the patient. Here's Édgar Ramírez again. Which I think I saw this guy in Vantage Point with Dennis Quaid. Can't remember what else he's been in. But yeah, I thought these actors worked well together too. Yeah, she don't look like she's gonna answer Jat Squad here. What was the message? Play dead or go fetch? Stop with the dog you pony act. You fool. Santino, what, Santino Morella? Hopefully what I can do with a sock. Speak English, you mother. Connect the tuts, connect the tuts. Tit-tat-toe in your face. Need some Geritol on your face. Just some chapstick. Need some chapstick. You don't need to put it through the... Should not put your hand in there. Should never put your hand in there. Bad mistake. What do you expect? Never put your arm in some crazy bitch's cell. Like, what do you expect? I don't even know what the hell she said. But yeah, don't put your arm into a cell, man. That's just don't end with bad vibrations. With the teeth rattling against your skin. Never don't end well. That was a stupid decision, I'll admit. Yeah, the people are strange, I agree. People are strange when you're a stranger, when you're alone. Do it, Jerry Springer. I'm gonna take that phone, wrap around your neck, Ed Begley Jr. I just know it's a Sony phone. Of course it's a Sony phone. Sony movie, Sony phone. I just know it's the Sony on top. Gotta get a little bit of product placement there. Okay. I mean, it's not as bad as this film I saw recently, The Apparition, where the girl goes to a Costco for the end of the movie. She decides to die at a Costco. So, yeah. Force the doors. He had drug problem when he was young. He had a speedball needle sticking out of his arm. Live or die. Comes down to a choice. I chose God. That's what I mean. I like that. A priest where he had a drug problem. He wanted to follow God. This might kill me slowly, but won't kill me fast. So he'll take a bit of drink, he'll take a bit of smoke, he'll check out a beautiful 30-year-old ass, but you I like this conversation. I like what Edgar says. Okay, if it's really survival of the fittest, then how come you and all these other cops, you willing to lay down your life for a stranger? If we're just survival of the fittest. God lives in the good hearts of men. Or women. So now he's listened to a message. Well, an event he witnessed. Him, the mom, a mom, and a 5-year-old girl. See, like I thought this was a good use of slow mo. It's not like Zack Snyder uses it like every 5 minutes just because. This is a nice usage of slow mo. Some crazy ass sounds there. Damn kids. Are they jumping rope ready for Freddy? Sorry, I'm not saying much. I'm listening to the dialogue. Like I said, I think these actors work well. They just work well with each other, and I think that's what it is with me. Is that if this characters or actors I'm interested in, it could go a long way for me, personally. Marvin. Also, that's what the lady said. Marvin. He's a Martian. Guy with bunny ears stopped him. One with a duck with bills. So. No, actually, Marvin was in a city called Raccoon City, and he met a guy named Leon Kennedy, and it didn't really end well for him. C'est la vie, Marvin. I feel sorry for you if I feel like it. Leave me alone. Well, he's trying to do the best he can, lady. Get off his balls. So later on, when Joel McHale has that fight, apparently he spent months training with knives and martial arts in order to do his own knife stunts in the film. He had no injuries, but when his son visited the set, he used his knife to cut a piece of white chocolate for him, and he cut his hand and bled profusely. The Latin writing on the wall meant, "We call upon you with force to enter from hell." Mark Wahlberg was offered the lead role but declined. Thank God, Eric Bana was so much better for this. An alternate version of the movie, the character played by Joel McHale survives the fatal wounds he received. His tear is visible in the final scene of the movie, wearing a blue shirt, standing behind the starring married couple as they hold their newborn during his baptism. And in the theatrical version, an entirely different and previously unknown character is shown wearing a blue shirt instead. Yeah, another jump scare scene. Like I said, the jump scares don't work. I think they're the least effective parts of the movie. And again, if people say it's not a scary movie, I they got a point. But again, I never thought this was going to be a scary movie. Maybe that's where I'm coming at it from. Yeah, I never thought it'd be a scary movie. But I do find it an entertaining movie. What the hell? Damn, I forgot about this. Sorry, Ed Begley Jr. Goodbye. That's what you get. Messing around like that. There you go. Bye-bye, Doc. You fucked up. Real bad. Like that there is an interesting idea. The writing possessed this person. The reason he's writing these messages is because other people will get possessed. You can sense what others can't. It makes you good at your job, but also makes you a target. Those hunches you get, your partner calls your radar. I mean, at least they gave a reasoning for it. It means his mind is a little bit more open-minded. He's a little bit more open-minded. Literally. I think that's one of the reasons I like this at the end of the day. I like the way it's filmed. I like the way it looks. I like the actors. And I like the story. Again, the idea of having these writings, and the writings will possess different people, and it's like trying to create an army of possessed people. Granted, a part is like, if you wrote this on your Facebook and put it on your Facebook and people read the Facebook, would they all be possessed as well? The wonders of the internet? Maybe in 2014 they weren't really thinking of that. Or or a YouTube video. There you go. He makes a YouTube video, he puts it up. Everyone who looks at the YouTube video, they get possessed. Although, to be fair, I'm trying to think what year. No, it said 2010 at the beginning, so. And this came out. The movie came out 2014, so. 10 years ago. God damn. I just realized this is 10 years ago this film came out. My God. I know I'm over an hour. I just realized that. This is 10 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. So now, does she have marks on her this time? Sorry, I'm listening to a dial. If you're wondering, what am I doing? I'm listening to it, getting sucked to the movie again. Hmm. A saint is a life giver, not a moral exemplar. So pretty much he just told about how, there's a time where he relapsed, which sadly happens a lot with addicts. They're years, months, decades, things are going fine, and they relapse, and you're just hoping that they're able to overcome and carry through to better their lives. Sadly, some people don't. I mean, not just relapse, but any type of addiction. I mean, Chris Farley, Belushi, and other people just die because their addiction. Some say Matthew Perry. Don't know for certain on that. So now we got Eric Bana and Joel McHale searching around with their guns. Trying to figure out what the hell is going on here now. Get the light out of my face. You're blinding me. So strange when you're a stranger. When you're alone. Okay. So only he hears it. Damn, it's like the receiver from Silent Hill. You know, the walkie-talkie, what the radio you did in Silent Hill in the first game, and when an enemy's nearby, it's static. There you go. Good taste in music. It's a good song. I would say I prefer the version and the Lost Boys of People Are Strange. I think it's Echo and the Bunnymen, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that, but again, my favorite version of it is the one, the Lost Boys, but I like the Doors version. Shit. Probably going to trap him in the basement. Damn, 19th floor, shit. Oh yeah, for some reason I thought I was going to trap him in the basement. Chris, nice bit there where the director shows where Joel McHale's at, the 19th floor. The give an explanation to the audience why it's going to take him a bit to get there. But you want Batman? Come on down. Don't go under the ladder. That's bad luck. Oh, that's bad luck. Get down from your orgasm. Once again, Showcase, I still take a bit for Joel McHale to get down there. He's trying his best. That's a pretty good reveal, because I didn't even notice that he was there. Oh shit. Damn. Let's see, I like the approach of like this little bit of like an action notation into the possession exorcism angle of things. Again, this cop movie, exploding windows, things of that nature. It's either that or someone's getting the quickening. Don't go near, it's don't go pop goes the weasel. Nah. Damn. Just stand on the piano. Come here, Bana, kick his ass. There you go. Gonna beat the album. Damn, put him in the sleeper hold. Ooh, shit. Oh, yeah. I was saying, there's that many times you have like a hatchet versus knife fight. Like I said, how many times and Joel McHale handles himself fairly well in this scene. You know, knife versus hatchet. I'm like, wow, this is cool. This is like an unexpected twist on the uh, possession movie. It's not the Ray Redemption or anything, but it's still a cool addition. Ooh, some nasty hits there. Damn. Kick him in the nuts. Come here, Bana. Get out of it. Ah, there you go. Ooh. That's a nasty nick on the hand there. Sorry, I'm now just in the whole scene there. Ooh. Damn. Nick Joel McHale right in the face. I would say get away and get your composure. Ooh. Yeah, right, like in his armpit or something. That's a lot of blood coming out, man. That's a lot of blood coming out. Which is probably why they went with the ending that he didn't live, because that again, that's a lot of blood coming out. So man, put that guy right to sleep. Damn, seen him a lullaby. There you go. I mean, you got him handcuffed. There's that much more he can do here. Like I said, that's a lot of blood out of someone. Yeah, I guess with the way this is edited, they try to play it off both ways. So now I'm listening to this other conversation. 11 counts of child sexual and a child murderer. This guy Marvin. He was everything I hate. I don't blame him. Fed off of that hate. Interesting the technique director's using kind of 16 millimeter or I guess 16 millimeter. I don't know what it looks like yet. Yeah, that is creepy. Kid thrown away in garbage. Here's the kids laughing. Static of the cop, the radio. Where's stuff he keeps hearing. There's the guy there. Chases after the guy. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Birds beat him to death. I mean, I can't really blame him for that. Guy says, no, please help me, and just keeps on punching. I mean, I hate to say it, I could get behind that. By idea, he's a cop, and he's not supposed to do that, I get it, but... It's ironic, he can't control his anger, and he had played the Hulk in 2003. Almost 10 years before this movie. That was 2003. Well, there's always a thin line between justice and vengeance. So again, I get both sides. I get why he did that, because hell, I probably would have done the same thing. But you know, because he's a good man, he feels sorry for not doing his job of justice, and you know, that's his job, is to bring people in, even the worst of the worst, and then get jail time and all that. So I can understand both. I understand him feeling guilty because of a good heart, but also I'm like, he deserved a bunch of these as well. So yeah, can't blame him for that either. So that's right, you know, and I like the idea that was shot in that 16 millimeter type of quality for that flashback. I thought that was a nice choice to it. Bit weird to use this owl thing as a scare tactic, but I guess for a little kid, you know, using her own toys against her. Doesn't something fall in his windshield coming up? Yep. There you go. No, I would remember at least one thing from the movie. There you go. That's the lady, the possessed lady. So where the hell did he come from, or she come from? It's one of those tough decisions. You gotta stay by the by, but at the same time, if his family's in trouble, what the hell is he gonna do? Try to remember what the bad guy's goal here is for getting his family. Because if Eric Bana kills him, then there won't be any more possessed people, right? Or wants to possess Eric Bana. Is that the idea? If Eric Bana kills this guy, then he'll possess Eric Bana? He says, if you won't let me in, there you go. So that's his goal. Damn. So pretty much he wants to possess Eric Bana. I'll let your wife and kid live. So, different take on a hostage situation, I'll say that. And that's for me, like with a lot of the exorcism possession movies, again, it's a different twist on it, and I appreciate that. And this is a good looking movie. I like the look of it. I like the lighting of it. I think it works for this kind of movie. Kind of, that movies like Seven or that Christopher Lambert film, Resurrection, where the killer's trying to get all the, he's killing people, and then he wants to recreate the body of Jesus with all the body parts he's collected, and Christopher Lambert's the cop chasing after him. Although this has a lot less shaky cam compared to Resurrection. But Resurrection's a good one. Vinegar Syndrome released that. Damn, all that drool coming out. Watch it, don't make a swimming pool of it. First thing I thought that was a bullet. He was doing this. I thought it was a bullet. Damn. Straight Jacket isn't really doing much, is it? That's doing humor the right way. This cop is looking through the two-way mirror, and he hears they're going to perform an exorcism. The guy's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" See, it is. That's humor, but it's a natural reaction. And it's so hard to come up with a different way of doing an exorcism sequence because there's been so many done. Okay, do it during a interrogation at a police department. And then you have the Doors music and all that other stuff. Tell you one thing that's a lot better than Exorcist Believer. Jesus. Yeah, apparently I read up that Sean Harris were going to places as like a trance. No, that's not it. Yeah, sorry, I'm not saying that. I'm just. I want to know your name. Give me a name. Is your mom supposed to do that when you're born? No, I said, give me a name. Your mama is so stupid. I asked her what she did for a living, and she said, breathe. Don't. What the hell? I guess he wanted to make double sure with the handcuffs. Yeah, I guess he wanted to be double and triple sure. You might as well make sure he's tied down. I thought he ripped his own arm off. I guess he had gotten loose and stuff. Yeah. Now it's like the thorns. Imagine like thorns are on his head, so it's the blood dripping from the crown of thorns. Not bad makeup effects. You got the one guy that's been through this before and knows what's coming. And you have the newbie, or trap. Oh, now he's affecting the priest. Probably the woman he loved died as well. Don't lose your shit. You never want to lose your shit. Just like Sam Elliott told Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse, you don't lose your shit. He didn't say it that way, but you got the idea. Remember Patrick Swayze's going nuts and he's punching and Sam Neill catches it. And it was, don't lose your shit. Never lose your shit. And I'm guessing the guy talked about how the woman he loved died or is in hell or something else. That or the girl jumped off and the secure, that was his charge. And he used her to jump off and land on Eric Bana's car. It might have been her too that he was telling about. Does he look at Eric Bana like, did that happen? Is she dead? Made my neck hurt just seeing that. Youngle? Youngle? I do like Edgar's like holding the cross like a gun. It makes sense with a Bruckheimer production. You gotta hold a cross like a gun, just like that. And I love that sincerely. I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be doing the same damn thing like this. Like when Eddie Murphy would say he would hold his gun like Axel Foley, and then he always thought of Bruce Lee with his eyes and stuff. Break on through. Oh shit. Got glass breaking everything. Yeah, you better do. Oh shit! Flipped him over. Get back in there and hold him down, man. There goes the doors. Not anymore. I mean, maybe I wish Eric Bana had a little bit more to do, like holding him down there. Because you're wondering, I mean, he flipped him over, but like trying to hold him down even more so. Because then you're wondering why the guy didn't just try to jump Edgar Ramírez, tackle him. But at least he did hear the voice, the name, so that was important. You get this beautiful music. That I think this really sold it on me. The ending part. They have no dialogue, no sound, just music, and this music is Moby. God, what's the name of the music? It's When It's Cold, I Like to Die. I actually put this on my second channel, which I don't use that channel anymore because I forgot the password. I forgot how they did into it, so I'm kind of locked out of that second. Rambo Raff Films is called, I think. Rambo Raff Films, one word. But if you type in Moby, Delivers from Evil, When It's Cold I Like to Die, I put like a long extended version of this because I thought this was a great piece of music. Because the actual Moby song, there's a woman humming. I actually like this more because it's just this beautiful instrumental that's very emotional. And I like, again, that it's all told just with visuals and this music. No dialogue, no sound, and I thought this worked really well. Yeah, I love this piece of music. And I like that it wasn't downbeat. I like that it was a good old nice ending. Yeah, the music is beautiful. It really sells the whole ending here. This is a beautiful ending, as in beautiful music. Okay, I can't praise it enough. 7 months later, we have the baptism. So again, I guess originally that guy in the blue shirt behind them on the left, I guess that was supposed to be Joel McHale. Shortly after the baptism of his daughter, Ralph Sarchie retired from the New York Police Department. He continues to work with Father Mendoza to this day. Well, there you go. Right on through to the other side. Right on through to the other side. Right on through to the other side. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. So, let me just. There we go. My thoughts on this movie after watching it again. Now, it's been 10 years since this movie came out. I still really enjoy this movie. I still feel this is easily one of my favorite possession movies. Not being a humongous fan of that genre. Number one will still go to Exorcist 3, but this is probably of that. If films like Shocker and The First Power are included, then probably those would be my favorites, but I would say exorcism movies. Movies that involve an exorcism. I would say Exorcist 3 would be number one, and then this would be number two. Exorcism movies. I thought the cast did a really good job. I really like Eric Bana. I like his Bronx aptitude. I thought he gave a good performance. It felt natural. I liked some of his back and forth with Joel McHale, who's in this less than I remember, but he was a nice addition. I thought that Édgar Ramírez worked very well as his priest, who is a drug addict and smokes and loves women, but at the same time he knows what he's doing. So he's not just a typical priest character like you see in a lot of these movies. Olivia Munn was fine as the wife. I like the direction of Scott Derrickson. I like the 16 millimeter in that flashback where he's though I get to find out Eric Bana's background to what happened with that Marvin character. I like the cinematography, like the atmosphere. Raining has a bit of that Seven, The Game, Resurrection, like those type of movies. Like trying to be a little bit of Fincher, David Fincher. I love the use of Moby's music there at the end. Some nice little surprises, like a knife fight in the middle of the movie. I did nothing strange, nothing fantastic. It's not, like I said, it's not the Rape Redemption or anything, but it was nice. Those nice little additions throughout it that make it a story that I enjoyed. I did enjoy the story. Now, are there issues? Sure. The jump scares were not needed. They weren't really that effective. I'm not sure how this is effective as a horror movie. I don't really see anyone ever getting scared by this film. The exorcism at the end, I wish Eric Bana had a little bit more to do. He did hear the actual name, so he's able to get that important piece of information. But I mean, maybe the tears are being thrown about and they're trying to fight it off, or maybe it's making Eric Bana see Marvin and he's got to fight it off. So it's like he's fighting Marvin, but at the same time he's fighting himself or something, or that he's got to keep holding on. Yeah, he gets flipped over, but he keeps holding on again. Because that way you're not left wondering why doesn't the possessed just try to tackle Édgar Ramírez, and when he got loose, like hold him down like a cop would, and use all his might. And I can't do it. No, I can. But other than those and a couple other little nitpick things, overall I still rather enjoy this movie. It was nice to watch it again. I still think it holds up. Because I like the characters, I like the story, I like the look of the film, I like some of the choices, music-wise. The Doors worked in this movie. Some of the directing style. And I do think Scott Derrickson's a talented guy. Like I said, after this he would do Doctor Strange, which is one of the last Marvel films I gave a crap about. I liked The Black Phone. I actually liked his segment in VHS 85, the Dream Kill one, which was the last one. So, yeah. I would still say it's my favorite Scott Derrickson movie. Eric Bana, like the rapport he had with, like I said, Joel McHale and Édgar Ramírez's character. And there's a lot of bits here that worked for me. And again, I like the combination of cop thriller mixed in with a bit of the horror aspect. Going back to, again, The First Power and even films like End of Days and all that stuff. I would put End of Days above this. I would put The First Power above this, but still really did enjoy this movie. Of course, the Addams Family theme. Joe McHale was humming it when they got to that one place. Of course, songs of The Doors, Riders on the Storm, People Are Strange, Break On Through to the Other Side. When It's Cold I Like to Die by Moby, which is more of the instrumental version. Either way, Thanks for watching. Thanks once again, Connor, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.